Right.
Okay.
Good evening, our general manager friend. My name is RJ Appleberry.
I'm Nate Whedon.
We are the co-owners of Breathe, the yoga shop. I appreciate you taking the time to meet with us. Obviously, sitting in front of your computer during this meeting is not how you would probably prefer to spend it. I'd rather be face-to-face as well. But for now, please enjoy us in our weird yellow looking suits and masks. So let's go ahead and dive in. Here's what we're going to talk about today. We're just going to do a quick dive into being really oriented to our customers, because obviously customers are the lifeblood of any kind of business, including Breathe. Then we're going to dive into our core values, kind of hash those out again. Then we're going to move out into talking about how we're going to market to the community, like both the businesses as well as the consumers. And then we have some pretty good ideas for how we can collaborate with local businesses. So I'll pass it on to Nate. Go ahead and take over.
All right. So here's the thing. We are a new business. We've just started in this new neighborhood. And we haven't even had our grand opening. Our grand opening's next week, but we need to establish some clientele in this new neighborhood in order to be a successful business. We also really want to help the community and be established here and live out our mission and our values.
100%. So let's talk about customer service real quick. Customer service is incredibly important to the success of a business. It strengthens the business consumer relationship. Once you have a strong relationship, that prompts further business. I mean, no one's going to buy from someone they don't feel respected by, and that strong relationship, that further business is going to lead to more revenue for businesses, as well as it's going to benefit the customers who are buying these products and services.
Another important thing is building clientele. Building clientele, it's kind of it starts with excellent customer service. We need to meet our consumers' needs. We also need to communicate frequently with them, establish a personal relationship, and we have to be consistent in our service. It's very important that every single time a customer comes into our studio, that we do our best and that they have a great time with us.
100%, I completely agree. There's a lot of different things that influence why people do or don't buy certain products or services. Four of the main factors are psychological, personal, social, and cultural. And there's a bunch of factors, specific factors under each of those four categories. There's also like internal and external desires. So for example, I may have this desire to do yoga because I want to fit in with a certain group of people, or I want to display a certain status by showing other people that I do yoga. But then there's also like these external factors, like what benefit am I going to derive from doing this yoga class? And also price is incredibly important. It can be a huge deterrent or a proponent of why people would or would not buy a product or service.
So there's many factors that affect price and how we are going to price our services. Some of those big ones is a fixed cost. We have to pay our rent for the facility. We also have to pay utilities, and there's always insurance with any business. There's also variable costs associated with running this business. That's labor. That's who are paying our instructors. It's also indirect materials such as yoga mats. If we have more customers, we're going to have to pay for more yoga mats and other things like that. Finally, we also have to consider liabilities and loans. And also we have to make a profit. So this is something that's going to be a factor in how we price our product or service.
Absolutely. So we're all aware of this, our mission statement, but I think it's important that we go over it again, because living by our mission and truly living up to that every single day is incredibly important for all kinds of businesses. So again, our mission is to promote a healthy lifestyle, both mentally and physically, and to best serve our community to the best of our ability. So we are a very community-oriented, customer-oriented service. Like I mentioned earlier, without our customers, we don't really have much of a business. And so our three main goals underneath our mission statement: further personal health, doing yoga is very healthy. It's good for the mind and for the body. Foster community relationships. We're going to make a lot of new friends at your yoga classes. Having friends and being networking and, being in a relationship, incredibly important. And fulfill individual potential. When you're healthy and you got all these friends, like you're building up yourself for success. So it's incredibly important that we, strive to reach all of those goals every single day.
Completely agree. So our plan for this is we have three parts to it. We need to do sales promotions to surrounding businesses in order to gather some of those employees of the different businesses. We also want to market to the customers of different businesses. And part of this is collaborating with local business. I think we have a huge opportunity to collaborate with our community to benefit all businesses in this neighborhood.
Absolutely. Community is something that Nate and I really want to stress. So as far as us, Breathe, reaching out to the local businesses in our amazing close community, we think it would be a good idea to offer just like a flat discount for all employees. So walking up to, you know, the restaurants and the bars and the art gallery and the coffee shop and being like giving a coupon to every single employee, say, here's 10% off your first 2 classes. Come check us out, see if you like it. And we want it to expire after 6 weeks to give them enough time to use it if they want to, but also it doesn't last, 3 years down the road when it's going to harm us later on. We also want discount nights. And so giving like specific businesses like a coupon code so you can see like either the coffee shop or the art gallery, get X amount of percent off using, the code coffee20 or art10 or something like that. We'd also kind of talk what we talked about earlier, offer an employee package. So if I were to go up to the coffee shop owner and be like, hey, listen, I genuinely believe that people can benefit from doing yoga. You're going to sleep better at night. You're going to, get your exercise in. You're going to be more productive at work. And if I can really articulate the benefits of doing yoga, then perhaps we can get employee packages for these business owners who pay, say $250 a month, and all employees can have, 5 free classes to not only, help us better serve them, but help the employees of these companies better serve their businesses and their customers.
So the second step of our marketing is market to neighborhood consumers. So we can do this by offering bring a friend free nights. I think a lot of people, when they get into yoga, it's a community-based thing. They want to tell their friends about it. They want their friends to try it. And if we can have a referral and they tell their friends about it and bring it in, that's more customers for us. And that's a huge benefit. Referrals are a great way to grow our clientele. Secondly, there's also we want to do raffle nights. So if you come in tonight on, say, a Friday or Saturday, you can get a chance to win a free yoga mat. And that's a great thing because a lot of people wanting to get into yoga might not want to buy all the equipment needed. And even though it's pretty basic and all you need is a yoga mat, this is a great way to get somebody started. Lastly, we want to appeal to local businesses, target markets. I think this is really huge. As we want to become more involved with the community, we're going to get to know the business owners of the different businesses. And by talking to them, we can get information about who their target customers are. So for example, the coffee shop, say they target young adults. Well, then we can launch social media campaign to bring young adults in for like a yoga event for young adults. And we can work with the coffee shop, collaborate to do that. Also the art gallery, they have the target market is senior citizens. So we can make business cards and we can host a senior yoga event, and this will get more people out and it'll be effectively advertising.
100%. So now we're finally to our collaborative marketing ideas. Nate and I are really excited to share these with you. We think you got some good things you're going to want to hear. So we have an event called the Morning Grind. We have an event called Stretch and Sip. We have a paint along event, and then we also have more specific ideas for social media. So I'll let Nate go ahead and talk about the Morning Grind.
All right, the Morning Grind. I love this one. So this one is on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's for the person that wants to get up and do a workout and sweat off, get a nice exercise in the morning. This is our challenging yoga. It's our hardest class. It's from 6 to 7 a.m. So they can do this, start the morning with a nice workout, and then they can get a free coffee from the local coffee house across the street. So it's a great way that our two businesses are collaborating to help advertise together.
100%. Moving into our Stretch and Sip, like pairing with coffee shop, this one will pair us with local restaurants and local bars. So Friday night, Stretch and Sip, what better way to launch yourself into the weekend than having a bundle deal, yoga for 30 minutes, and then having some cocktails provided by the local bars. So we think a bundle deal, if you pay, $15 for the class, then you can get 25% off your cocktails afterwards. It'd be a great, fun Friday night, date night even, a good way to start the weekend off right.
All right, a paint along is how we're going to partner with the local art gallery. So we're going to do this by bringing a local artist or a gallery employee, and they're going to lead a paint along. It's a great way to get people involved with the two of our businesses. It's going to be taking place once a month, and there will also be wine and cocktails provided by the lounge downstairs. This way they'll get some advertising for the local art gallery and some advertising for the lounge downstairs, and just bring in customers for our whole community.
For sure. And then specific social media ideas that we have. Obviously, we have some social media going on right now. but a more specific campaign that we could launch is to just share the events that local businesses in our community are hosting. So, the lounge downstairs or the local bars and restaurants, everyone's got a happy hour. So, so if they post something on Facebook or tweet something, retweeting that, resharing that, just so people can see it and be like, oh, let's go grab a cocktail tonight for happy hour. Also, what specific art gallery deals, like maybe they're having a special event what night, or they're having a special deal on tickets. I'm just, again, sharing that on social media, making our followers, our community more aware of what else is happening in the community. Not only going to be good for those other businesses, but we're going to build credibility for our brand as well. And then, similarly have events at coffee shops. So I think, by sharing other local business events that are going on, that's going to be good for, truly everyone in the community overall.
So in conclusion, we are a new business and we need to reach out to community to gain more customers. So we're going to do this by marketing to local businesses and their employees. We're also going to market to the customers of neighborhood businesses through our targeted ads to get the different market segments such as old people and young adults. And then we're also going to do special collaborative marketing. This is really important, where that's when we all team up and we do those events like the morning grind and the stretch and sit.
For sure, for sure. So, General Manager, thank you very much for your time. Nate and I are very appreciative the email with us. Hopefully we kept it short. You can get back to doing what you got to do. Our emails are down there in the bottom left. If you should have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. But yeah, I speak for both Nate and I. We're very appreciative. So with that, thank you for your time, and we will talk to you later.
Thank you for your time.